Sasquatch followed me out of the woods. Look at this Sasquatch right here. Look at that. They're stacked up behind that tree. And then there's one over here. We're going to see him move here in a minute. This one here could quite possibly be a dog man. He's got a long snout. He's barely got his left eye open. If you tilt your phone 10 degrees to the left, you'll see him much easier because he's got his head tilted around the tree to look at me. See him? He's most likely a Sasquatch, not a dog man, but he's definitely a cryptid. We're going to watch him move here in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot. There's also one right here. It's right below him. Most likely this is the juvenile being carried by the adult. Look at that. It's quite amazing. It's a good little find right there, actually. Okay, so what I'm going to do, he's peeking around the tree there too. This one is. A couple of them peeking around the tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this so I can do a draw up for those who have trouble seeing it. So they stain their skin with tree saps and tree fluids, and they go for that a greenish grayish tint. But you can see his right eye right here. See his pupil. Here's his left eye. You can even see the whites of his eyes there. Right? You can even see the creases in his nose. Unbelievable, the level of detail. And with his lips, you can even see his lips here and see his teeth, his individual teeth, and his beard. Quite a bit of detail on that Sasquatch, folks. That's not pareidolia. Look at that. I've not enhanced this footage at all, so I'm just curious what it's going to look like with a little bit of enhancement. But look at that. That's just amazing. Okay, now for the adult, which that one's possibly an adult. If not, he's an older juvenile, 1 to 2. But we zoom in here, we can see he's got, I can't really tell without lightening it up where his eye sockets are. My vision is not what it used to be, folks. So it'll be pure guessing at this point, without lightening it up and seeing where the eye sockets are, but there's definitely one there. Just back into the vegetation there. I'm not even going to try to guess at that, but it's definitely there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that and scroll over here to this one and take a look at this one. Look at this guy. Wow, that's a good image right there. You can see the white in his beard and everything. Okay, so you see his little eyes right here. He's got it's either he's got his shade lens on his eyes or his pupils are just absolutely huge. Right? And then you can see his little nose right there. His nose is snarled up here on the left, so he's making some kind of face at me, most likely. And it looks like on the back of his head, he's got a brown Sasquatch, brownish color on his back. Most likely a little juvenile. But look at the fur around his face right here. It's white. Like a grayish white looking. He's an older Sasquatch. Now they do have like a hobbit-sized Sasquatch too. That some of them like tall as it gets, 2.5 foot to 3 foot at the most, and that's pushing it for a 3-footer. But yeah, they have those in Appalachia as well. But check him out. That's Sasquatch, folks, not pareidolia. It's too symmetrical. Pareidolia doesn't do that. Okay? Now, right above him, now I'm not going to deny there is pareidolia a lot of times, and a certain percentage can be pareidolia, but that's not pareidolia. There's too much detail in that. Okay, then we're going to look at the other adult over here, right? And you can see he's got his eyebrow ridge like squinted forward, kind of like let me see here. I'll show you what I mean. Like it's wrinkled up like this, like he's putting the eyes down, try to cut down the glare or something. But you can see his left eye. You can see his large pupil right there. But his right eye, but his left eye, you can't hardly see anything. I think he's just got his shade lens on his eye. It's like that big around. You catch just a little bit of white in the corner of it. But folks, that's Sasquatch. And you can even see the definition on his nose. Look at that. You can see the lighting on the top of his nose right there. The contouring. Pareidolia don't do that, folks. That is a Sasquatch. And right here is his mouth. Look how big his lips are. They're absolutely huge, man. Absolutely amazing. So he's behind that tree, and he's got another one down below him there. So this is a small family here, and they're all peeking around this couple of trees just off in the distance from me there. Absolutely amazing. So I'm going to skip this video forward and see what we get on the movement. Let's watch his eyes here. Ooh, look at that. He turned his face there. Look, he's turned his face. Looks like he's got a littler one right there with him, peeking around the tree there. Look at him. See that little juvenile right there just poked up? He's, you can see the adult. You can see his eyes are right here now, and there's his nose. He's leaning back while this little juvenile takes a peek. You can see his eyes right there. You can see his arms. You can see how he raises back to make room for that little juvenile. Absolutely amazing. Watch this. We're going to keep moving it back and forth and watch their movements real quick. Just a second. think I skipped up too far there. It don't matter, they'll still show up here. Look at that green coming in there. Yeah, I've got my placement messed up here. Just a second, folks. Apologize for that. Let's see if I can get back to it. Yeah, they're all in this footage, and it's all through this footage. Look how big that eyeball is right there. Just in the shadows. Oh, did you see him blink? Look at that. See the white of the eyes there? Watch this. See him blink? Let me see. So squatchy. Look at this guy. So I did a video on this guy earlier, but this guy here is absolutely enormous. So his head's like this. He's absolutely huge, but his eyes are right here. His nose is right there, and there's his mouth. You'll see his eyes jarred around all over the place when I move this footage back and forth. It's absolutely insane how much movement this guy gives. See his eyes? Watching. See him blink? Right there. His left eye's blinking right there. His right eye's opening there. See it? Looking right at me. His left eye's open. You can see how big his pupils are. Absolutely enormous, man. You can see he's kind of frowning. His top lip's raising up there quite a bit. Look at his eyes right there. Check that out. Folks, this ain't pareidolia. This is a real deal. Look at this left eye right there. See him blink? See that shade lens come across his eye? That's what they do, is they direct that sunlight, the flashlight, and they bounce it off their eyes back in their retinas, and they can redirect that light. That's how they mess with people's camera footage and overheat their batteries and stuff. Absolutely amazing. He's bugging his eyes out and stuff, trying to mess my camera up. That's what he's doing. Absolutely insane. So there's a lot more footage in this, but he is absolutely huge. Looks like there's probably one way up here too. I'll have to go through it and try to eliminate the pareidolias and try to test it, make sure it's Sasquatch, look for movement, look for eye blinking, that type of stuff. That's what I usually do. Anytime I put a piece of footage up on the channel, you can pretty much bet that I've moved that footage to make sure that it moves. And it's just not some stationary shadow or something like that. it's going to be legit footage. Try to get back to that littler Sasquatch I was at. If I can find him. I might have moved too far. But anyways, folks, that's what I got for tonight. I'll get some more stuff up on the channel soon. I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys. And make sure to take care of each other and stay safe. And until next time, peace.